you know that alcohol actually isn't solving anything. That maybe even contributes to the cravings, and it makes you a little pissed off and a little angry because you're like, all I've ever done when I feel this way is drink. But now I know that I don't want to drink and that drinking is not actually going to help me. So what do I do instead?
Welcome to the Shannon McCabe Show, where we break free from our drink-obsessed culture, challenge the myths around alcohol, and redefine sobriety as the empowering choice it truly is. I'm Shannon McCabe, sober coach, holistic nutritionist, and your guide to a life that feels better without booze. Whether you're newly sober, sober curious, or years into this journey, this podcast is here to give you the truth about alcohol, the tools to build lasting confidence, and the hope that a vibrant, fulfilling life is waiting for you on the other side. So grab your coffee or sparkling water and let's dive in.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the Shannon McCabe Show. Today, we are going to dive right in because what this is today, I want this to be your pep talk for when you are having a craving and you're like this close to giving in. You're so close to giving in, but you know you don't want to, but you don't know what else to do. I'm going to give you the pep talk that I gave myself. This is what I did. This was my internal dialogue when I needed it. The first month, the first 6 weeks, the first couple months, whenever the cravings came on and I was like, oh my God, I just want to have a drink. But I know I don't want to because I have committed to not drinking. This is going to be something that you can save, download, keep in your back pocket. So when your cravings hit, whether it's sober October, whether it's dry January, whether it's a random Tuesday, it's Friday, whatever, wherever you are, you need something to pull you out of that spiral, that muscle memory telling you to just pour the glass of wine, to just open the beer because that's what you've always done, but you're trying so hard to keep this promise you've made to yourself. I want you to commit to following this with me. Have this conversation with me for 15 minutes. And then at the end of this, if you still really want to have a drink, have a drink. That's on you, friend. It's always your decision. But if you stick with me through this, we can work through it. I think I can talk you through it. I can take you through the same process that I took myself through to get through those really early, really strong, really hard cravings and help your brain learn a different way of responding to whatever's happening in your life so that you can stay the course, so that you can do something you're going to feel proud of later and proud of tomorrow morning instead of giving in and heading to that inevitable shame, guilt, regret spiral that we all know so well, right? Okay. So I want you to take a deep breath, set another timer if you need to, or just listen to this. Promise yourself that you're going to listen to this full 15, maybe 20 minutes. Stick with me and you're not going to drink, okay? I know you're telling yourself that it's so hard to push through these cravings because they're just so strong. Your body wants to drink. You don't know what else to do because that is what you have always done. You don't know how else to take the edge off. You don't know how else to calm the incessant chatter and noise in your head. Maybe you don't know how to check out from the noise that's happening in your own home. You don't know how to go out with your friends. You don't know how to have that hard conversation with your partner that you need to have. You also kind of know now that alcohol is actually at the flip side, only going to make you feel worse. And then that somehow is actually making the cravings even stronger right now, right? Because you don't live in that blissfully ignorant awareness anymore. You know that alcohol actually isn't solving anything. That maybe even contributes to the cravings. And it makes you a little pissed off and a little angry because you're like, all I've ever done when I feel this way is drink. But now I know that I don't want to drink and that drinking is not actually going to help me. So what do I do instead? You know that alcohol is dragging you down, but you also feel like life is just so hard if you don't just pour the drink like you always do. So right now, take a deep breath and we are just going to focus on right now, okay? We are going to get you through the next 10 to 15 minutes. We are going to ride the wave of this craving. We are going to surf the urge. We're going to get through the worst of it, get you calmed down, get you thinking a little bit more clearly, get you out of your feelings. Let's focus on some facts and work through this craving, okay? I want to remind you of a few things. And again, you guys are getting the pep talk that I gave myself for the first couple months when I quit drinking, okay? One of the things that I worked so hard to anchor into when I first quit drinking was the fact that buzz that we love, right? That buzz, the numb, melty, tingling feeling, you guys, that peaks 20 to 30 minutes after you drink. And then it starts wearing off because your body immediately starts trying to counteract this poison that you have ingested. So yes, you initially get more relaxed, but that relaxation is actually just you being anesthetized, like anesthesia. That's what alcohol is doing to you. You get slower, you get sloppier, you get clumsier, you get more forgetful. You become less aware of what's real and what's fake, what's right and what's wrong. And your brain starts dumping stress chemicals to counteract this poison that you're taking in, okay? Because alcohol is a poison to the human body. So even if you feel buzz, when you feel numb, when you feel melty for a little bit, you actually end up more stressed physically and emotionally as the alcohol starts to wear off. Even if you keep drinking, when you keep drinking and keep ingesting more alcohol, that alcohol is trying to sedate you. Your brain increases the amount of stress chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline that it is dumping to try to keep you functioning in response to this poison, okay? Another thing that happens, you guys, did you know this? That alcohol immediately causes your body to stop burning fat, to stop metabolizing fat. So all of your health and fitness goals, whether you just worked out today, you're getting ready to work out tomorrow, that all immediately gets halted and stops because your body has to prioritize getting that alcohol out of your system because it is that toxic and it is that bad for you. All of your fitness goals immediately take a backseat for 36 hours after you've ingested alcohol, okay? And you guys, if this sounds harsh, if I sound impassioned, it's on purpose. This is what it took for me to work through these cravings. This is the same pep talk I gave myself, and I'm giving it to you guys because it works, okay? Another thing alcohol does is it wrecks your own production of dopamine, which makes it harder for you to feel joy on your own, which makes it harder for you to feel happy and that sense of pride and sense of accomplishment on your own without alcohol. It does the same thing with serotonin. So it's harder for you to settle down and relax and sleep without alcohol because every time you drink, you are training your brain to need alcohol to do things like produce dopamine and produce serotonin. So even just knowing that little bit, it kind of makes a buzz not quite as fun as it used to be, right? But so what's left? Where are we left now? What do you do? What do you do right now in the moment when you are jonesing for a drink and you're stressed out and you're trying to figure out what to do instead of drinking? What are your options? Well, actually, you guys, the question really should be, what aren't your options? There are so many things you can do. So even right now, as you're listening to this, pick one of anything. Go for a walk. Watch something funny. Turn on a show, get on YouTube or Pinterest and find funny memes. Journal. Cry if you need to. If you feel like crying, cry. It is good for your body. Go for a walk. Take a bath. Eat a sweet treat. Call a friend. Look up some positive affirmations or mantras. Pray. Go for a walk. Stretch. Dance. Clean something in your house. Get on sober Instagram and connect in with people that get it. Open a Quit Lit book. Check in with a sober community. Go for a walk. Drink some water. Eat a high protein snack. Protein helps your brain diminish cravings. Do a breathing exercise. Go for a walk. Scroll Pinterest. Put your phone down and play with your kids. And I mean really play with them. Get lost in the moment. Cuddle a pet. Shut out the world. Do something right here and now in front of you that cultivates connection and peace and calm. Call someone you love. Remind yourself of the facts about alcohol. It's linked to 7 different types of cancer, including breast cancer. It shrinks your brain. It's linked to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and dementia. And oh yeah, you guys, go for a walk. Yes, I intentionally said go for a walk like 10 times because it is one of the best ways to move through a craving, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes. Get outside and go for a walk. Cravings feel big and hard and scary when you're first trying to not drink, you guys, because you're doing something new. It's not because it's not worth doing, and it's not because it's so hard that you're not capable. It's just because it's new. New things take time and practice, but they sure as hell don't get easier by giving in and giving up and starting over and over and over again. Think about how you want to feel tomorrow morning. Do you want to wake up proud of yourself, or do you want to wake up full of regret? Do the things, make the decisions, choose the behaviors that are going to keep you moving closer to how you want to feel. You've gone down the drinking route a million times. You know exactly how that's going to go, because alcohol is never going to change you guys. It's never going to go any differently than it always has. If you want to feel different, you have to choose different behaviors. You deserve to know how it feels to wake up proud of yourself and full of confidence and full of relief that you didn't give in and start the same exhausting, suffocating, like soul-sucking cycle all over again. Every time you do this, every time you don't drink, you're teaching your brain a new response, a new association. That's how this gets easier. That's how it gets easier to not drink, is by choosing not to drink over and over and over again. Before I go, let me leave you with this, you guys. If you're thinking, yeah, okay, I get this. I get it, Shannon, right? Like, I get it, but it's just so hard. I'm so stressed. I'm so sad. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to have that drink and I'm going to start over again tomorrow. Think on this. Just think on this for a second, you guys. Maybe the reason that you keep starting over again is because you're trying to do this alone. Maybe you have to keep starting over and over again because you're trying to do this all by yourself. Get yourself around people that have done what you're trying to do. Let them teach you what you don't know. Let them show you how to get down the road you're trying to go down. It'll change your life, I promise. 100% it will change your life. You are capable of doing this, and you absolutely have what it takes inside of you right now. If you need people around you to just help show you how to stick with this, how to learn the things that you need to know to get through these hard parts, don't be ashamed of that, you guys. Send me a DM over on Instagram, get in the show notes right now and click on the link to my website, shannonleemccabe.com. Come find me. Get into my world right now, whether it's Sober October, it's Dry January, it's the blueprint, whatever is happening. You can be inside of a community with people to teach you, to support you, to uplift you within minutes, you guys, and you deserve that. You deserve to know how capable you are, how strong you are, and how much easier this is when you're not trying to do it alone. And when you are learning the things that you don't know, the things that are going to just make it click and make this seem suddenly so much more doable and so much easier, okay? There's always a safe space for you to land. There are always people who are going to help you succeed. Check the show notes for the links. You don't have to do this alone. Listen to this episode on repeat as many times as you need to. And if you want to, let me know how it lands. Let me know if it helped you. I hope it does. I would love to hear it. I am always cheering for you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back next week, you guys.
That's it for today's episode. If this conversation resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And if you're loving the show, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave a quick review. It helps others find this message and start their own journey to freedom. Until next time, keep choosing yourself, keep believing in what's possible, and remember, you are so much stronger than you think.